Weird American laws.
Imagine this peak Arizona insanity in the middle of the scorching Sonoran Desert. The sun is trying to cook you alive, tumbleweeds are doing their little dance, and some absolute legend in full camo gear, cowboy hat, and mirrored sunglasses is crouched behind a saguaro cactus like he's Rambo on a budget. He spots something in the distance, a tall, lanky shadow with a very suspicious hump. His eyes light up like he just won the lottery. He whispers to himself with pure excitement, "That's the biggest, juiciest camel I've ever seen." He slowly raises his rifle, lines up the perfect shot, and mutters, "This is going to be legendary." Suddenly, vroom! A park ranger comes flying in on an ATV like Batman on a bad day, kicking up a massive cloud of dust. The ranger slams on the brakes, leaps off, and yells at the top of his lungs, "Drop the weapon, partner! Hunting camels is 100% illegal in Arizona." The hunter freezes, fingers still on the trigger. "But it's right there! Look at that beautiful hump!" The ranger shakes his head like he's heard this exact sentence 1,000 times. Doesn't matter if it's wearing a name tag that says Kevin the Camel. No shooting camels in this state, ever. Put the gun down before I add attempted camel murder to your rap sheet. Yes, this is not a fever dream. This is real Arizona law. It is still technically illegal to hunt camels in Arizona. Stick around because we're diving snout first into the gloriously stupid, historically insane, and hilariously pointless story behind this rule. Where did the camels even come from? Why did Arizona feel the need to protect them with legislation? And could you actually get arrested today for trying to bag a hump? By the end of this video, you'll be laughing so hard you'll spit out your cactus juice. Let's ride. Welcome to Law Tunes USA, the channel that fearlessly drags America's dumbest, weirdest, and most brain-melting laws into the spotlight with bright cartoons, savage facts, and non-stop laughs. Today's episode is pure desert comedy gold. No
Subscribe and drop a like.
hunting camels in Arizona. Absurd US law still on the books. This law sounds like something a drunk cowboy made up after too many margaritas, but it has a genuinely bizarre origin story. Back in the 1850s, the US Army had a brilliant, or completely insane idea. Hey, the desert is hot and dry, let's import camels from the Middle East. They brought over dozens of these hump-backed ships of the desert for the famous Camel Corps experiment. The camels were supposed to carry supplies across the Southwest where horses and mules kept dying of thirst. And guess what? It actually worked pretty well for a while. Camels could go days without water, carry insane loads, and looked fabulous doing it. Then the Civil War happened, the program got abandoned, most camels were sold off, and a few lucky ones escaped into the wild. For decades, small herds of wild camels roamed the Arizona desert like they owned the place. Fast forward to the 20th century, locals started spotting these ghost camels, and, being Arizona, some geniuses thought, you know what would be fun? Hunting them. So the state, in its infinite wisdom, passed a very specific law: no hunting camels, period. Because apparently shooting at the last remnants of a failed 19th century military experiment was crossing the line. The law is still technically on the books today. While there are almost certainly zero wild camels left, unless Kevin the Camel is hiding behind a rock somewhere, the statute remains as a beautiful, dusty monument to one of America's weirdest historical what-the-heck moments. Let's animate the glorious chaos. A modern wannabe hunter in full tactical gear is sneaking through the desert like he's on a secret mission. He spots a camel-shaped rock, or maybe an actual mirage, and gets way too excited. He lines up his shot, whispering, "This one's for the history books." Suddenly, a ranger appears out of a dust cloud like an angry genie. "Hands off the trigger, cowboy. Camel hunting is illegal." Hunter, confused, "But it's a camel." Ranger, deadpan, "Exactly. We don't care if it's wearing sunglasses and smoking a cigar. No shooting camels in Arizona. Not today, not tomorrow, not even if it insults your mama." The courtroom is pure satirical gold. The defendant stands there, still wearing camo and holding a plastic camel toy as evidence. The judge slams the gavel so hard the bench vibrates. "You were caught attempting to hunt camels in the Sonoran Desert. How do you plead?" Defendant shrugs. "Not guilty, Your Honor. I thought it was a very tall, very ugly deer." Prosecutor dramatically waves old black and white photos of the Camel Corps. "Your Honor, this man was trying to finish the job the Army started in 1855. Judge sighs, the sigh of a man who has seen everything. "Guilty. Fined $750, and you are sentenced to Camels Are Friends, Not Targets rehabilitation class for 6 months." No hump-related activities allowed. What if scenarios for
Subscribe and drop a like.
maximum laughs. A tourist on a desert jeep tour sees a camel-shaped cloud and jokingly aims his phone. Ranger appears. Nice try, but no camel hunting, even with Instagram filters. A group of friends on a prank camel hunt using stuffed animals tied to sticks. Police show up. Even fake camels are protected in Arizona. You people are hopeless. An influencer filming extreme camel hunting challenge in the desert for YouTube. The stream is exploding with views until rangers swarm the vehicle. Content terminated for illegal hump targeting. Grandpa telling war stories about the great camel hunts of '58 while holding a BB gun. The whole family panics when a ranger drives by. Even if there are no wild camels left to hunt, Kevin probably moved to Vegas, the law remains as the perfect symbol of Arizona keeping its weird historical baggage alive forever. The state has more absurd animal laws than most countries have animals, and this one proudly takes the hump. Bonus ridiculously weird Arizona laws that are, or were, real. No hunting camels, the star of the show. You can't drive in reverse in Glendale. No dominoes on Sunday in some counties. And in certain towns, you apparently can't wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. Arizona doesn't just have weird laws, it collects them like abandoned camels and then forgets to repeal them for 150 years. So, here's the final verdict dripping with sarcasm. Is hunting camels illegal in Arizona? Technically, yes. The law is still sitting there like a grumpy old camel refusing to retire. Practically, you'd have better luck finding an actual wild camel than getting arrested for it. But why risk becoming the next viral Law Tunes idiot with a camel hunting citation on your record? Next time you're in the Arizona desert and see something with a hump, maybe just take a selfie and call it a day. If this story made you laugh until you choked on your cactus juice, shake your head at Arizona's logic, or immediately want to go camel spotting, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Law Tunes USA and hit the bell for a new animated weird law disaster every day. Comment below, what's the weirdest animal-related law you've ever heard? I read every single comment and love the chaos. Next time, we're tackling another law that's so absurd it shouldn't still exist in 2026. Until then, stay curious, stay legal, and never, ever hunt camels in Arizona. See you in the next one, USA.